Hello, welcome to the MMA Freak Fight of the Week. I'm Matt Salzer. So I'm going to go over 4 different fight cards, 2 for the reviews and 2 for the previews. So, getting straight into it, first of all, I'm going to announce the Fighter of the Week for UFC Fight Night 179 is Joaquin Buckley. I will get to him briefly, however, I'm going to go over the Bellator Paris and Bellator 248 cards. I'm just going to go over the main events. Now for the main event of Bellator 248, they were both in Paris, to live audiences I should note. Michael Page pulled off a decision against Ross Houston. It wasn't one of his barn burns. We've seen what can happen when he goes out there and actually puts forth an effort. He can literally crack skulls. So that was not as exciting as expected. However, in the main event of the Bellator Paris card, which was broadcast locally, you had Timothy Johnson pulling an upset against Cheick Kongo. Now, this is interesting because Timothy Johnson has kind of been waffling around there, but Cheick Kongo has actually earned a title shot. And as I said before, this fight may have title implications. So it is possible that we may have just seen an upset, and we might also be seeing Ryan Bader's next title challenger, but we're just going to have to wait and see there. So anyways, then in the UFC Fight Night 179, or UFC Fight Night Moraes vs. Sandhagen card, in the co-main event, we had Corey Sandhagen pull an upset against Marlon Moraes, in which he was able to actually pull a spinning kick TKO. And as I said before, this has title implications. Sandhagen has been tiptoeing around the title picture, but has not quite gotten there. This might have just gotten him into the title picture. And as I said, Moraes, had he won, also could have made a case for a title. But here we are, and Sandhagen got the upset. So most likely, I'd say we're going to see Sandhagen challenging for the title. Maybe, maybe not, but we'll just have to wait and see. Then in the co-main event, we had Edson Barbosa, who was on, I believe, a 3-fight losing streak, and he went against Makwan Amirkhani and was actually able to pull off a decision victory. It wasn't flashy, but it got the job done. So finally, he breaks that streak. He's secured himself a spot continuing into the UFC. We'll just have to see what all happens, whether he could capitalize off of that. Then in the fight before that, we had Marcin Tybura go decision against Ben Rothwell. These are 2 guys who kind of been floating around there. We know that both guys have had better moments in their careers, but this is just one of those things where, you know, it's a win, it's one step towards maybe a title fight, but we'll just have to see there. Then I'm going to go over the preliminary match which earned the Fight of the Week. Now, we had Impa Sanganay, who's been on quite a streak. He won a fight in the Contender Series, then he won a fight in the UFC, and he was very well looking to become a fighter of the year, a breakout fighter of the year, certainly. But then Joaquin Buckley pulled a knockout, and it was a very flashy knockout. It was a spinning back kick knockout, and it could, I have to agree with the commentators on that night, it could very well be a knockout of the year. We could have very well seen that. But so that was for this week. So coming up this next week, I'm just going to go over the main events. In Bellator 249, we have Chris Cyborg defending her title for the first time against Arwin Blanco, and I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I see a one-sided massacre, because let's face it, that's what Cyborg does against everyone except for Amanda Nunes. That's what I think is gonna happen. Then for UFC Fight Night, Ortega versus Korean Zombie, or UFC Fight Night 180, we're gonna see Brian Ortega coming back for the first time in over a year, having to deal with injuries and a whole bunch of other stuff, going against Chan Sung Jung, the Korean Zombie, which is appropriate because it's Halloween month. So we're just gonna have to see how this goes. This is a very close fight. Both of these guys bring it. Both of these guys have challenged for the title. So we're just gonna see how it goes. It could go either way, to be perfectly honest. I know that scorekeepers are giving Ortega the slight edge, but like I said, it's gonna be a very close fight. Could go either way. So that's what we got coming up this next week. Thank you very much. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment down below what you think all is going to happen or what happened this last weekend. Be sure to follow us at MMA Freakout. Be sure to follow me on at Matthew Salzer on both Twitter and Instagram. MMA Freakout is just for Twitter. Also, be sure to check out MMA-freak.com for exclusive content. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.